Hello everyone and welcome to the Animezilia, and today we learn just what caused the timeline to shift into the Rizu Ogata route, and when it revealed that, it kind of affected the chapter of 154 in a few ways, some good, some bad. However, if you do take away the timeline shift from this chapter, then this chapter is an okay read overall. But before we begin, I do need to ask you just one question. Something for you to think about while you listen to this review is, do you honestly think that the relationship between Rizu and Yuiga is real or plausible? I personally don't feel a strong connection between the two characters, especially when you try to look at them as lovers together. It doesn't make sense. They haven't got that chemistry together in my personal opinion. So, let's start off with what shifted the timeline to get us onto the Rizu track. And it turns out that it was basically Furuhashi and Uruka eavesdropping onto the conversation that we had in chapter 153, where Rizu and Yuiga were talking about playing a game of love, basically, in where they tried to prove, or Rizu tries to prove that love is a superstition by getting Yuiga to fall for her, and Yuiga's trying to prove that it is just a superstition and it doesn't exist. I probably butchered that, but you get the idea. Now, for me, this was a very poor move on the manga's part, as not only does it discredit Uruka and Furuhashi, it basically states that they give up on their feelings so Rizu can be happy. Now you might think, oh, that's so nice, that's so cute of them. But I disagree completely. If you have a dream, you should never give up on it. No matter what that dream is, you shouldn't give up. And basically, that's what this manga has been about. In this manga, loads of characters have had goals, and it's always been Yuiga or somebody else saying, don't give up. There's someone that always believes in you, and you can make it work. Now, that's been in the manga from the get-go. You got Azumi. She wanted to be a doctor. Everyone else thought no. Yuiga told her not to give up. She managed to do it. Rizu and Furuhashi, every teacher had given up on him apart from Yuiga, and they didn't give up because of him. They had a dream, they have a goal, and they haven't given up yet. So why have they made Furuhashi and Uruka give up on their goal of being with Yuiga because of this silly eavesdropping segment? It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. And it's not like the girls have lost their feelings for Yuiga, as we see Furuhashi clearly looking sad in the present. Like, she's looking over to him and she's going, yeah, that's good. And she's happy, but she's not 100% happy, because obviously she wants to follow her own feelings, but because of this silly eavesdropping move, she never did. Now, if you compare this with the Uruka ending, the Uruka route, it's not the same in the fact that Rizu and Furuhashi did not let Uruka win. They all talked together, and Yuiga chose to be with Uruka. So to me, there is a difference. And there's only one character that basically does not have any right to complain about the Uruka route ending, and that is Azumi, and she doesn't even appear in this chapter. So for me, I feel like the way they handled this in this chapter was very poorly done. And if they do try and change it next week, then fine, I'll see what they try and do to retcon that. But otherwise, if this is how they show us it segmenting into another character's route, then I don't know. There's a lot of stuff between that section where she has all that from the Christmas time to present time that they could have gone with. But unfortunately, they chose to go this route. Okay, so with that mini negative out of the way, what's left in this chapter? Well, we have some very cool stuff. Once again, Sekijo proves that humans in manga don't need blood to live, as she gets up close and personal with Rizu after basically interrupting a great setup for their second kiss, there being Yuiga and Rizu. Misao, the little girl, she's an absolute champion in this chapter, with her amazing fire skills and life-saving skills. Honestly, if she wasn't in this particular route, I definitely wouldn't be enjoying the chapters on a weekly basis as much as I have done. This ghost character has made these chapters so much more enjoyable, and I'm glad the manga actually added her in, because I just love seeing this character. Rizu is a good character, don't get me wrong. I just think that the way in which they've handled this route for her character has not really played out to her character's strengths. Like, when we had that development process for Rizu back in that Christmas period, it was generally really good for her character. It boosted her character nicely, and afterwards her character started to move forward in a more positive light. But with this, it feels like she's regressing back to it. Yes, she's being bold. Yes, she's being advanceful. I think that's the word you can say. But all in all, I just don't see the chemistry building. Maybe it's because we've already had one possible route, and it's kind of difficult to get your mindset out of that possibly happening. But I don't know. I feel like these mini arc routes are kind of dragging out a little bit, so I'm hoping that we wrap this one up relatively quickly. However, if you're a fan of Rizu Ogata and you're loving this, then that's good. No need to worry. All in all, this chapter was okay. It has some great comedy, but it just left me wondering, why does the eavesdropping lock everything into the Rizu route? It just doesn't make sense. And it just left me scratching my head thinking, is this relationship plausible between Rizu and Yuiga? Because honestly, Yuiga's always been dense, and I don't see Rizu actually flat out telling him her feelings. So it's kind of like, will Yuiga ever pick up on it? What's going to happen? Like, would that kiss have happened if Sekijo never actually basically bombarded and interrupted? I don't know. But maybe the next few chapters will convince me that this relationship might be able to move forward and might work. I'm hoping that these extra routes arcs don't drag out for too long. Like I said, I feel like it's already dragging out a little bit. I initially thought it would take about 3 to 4 chapters. This would be the 4th, I think. 4th or 5th. And yeah, hopefully we can wrap this up soon. Anyway, that's going to do it for this review. If you liked the video, like the video. Greatly appreciated it if you do. Comment all your thoughts down below. Let me know what you think of this chapter, what you think of the relationship between Rizu and Yuiga, and all of your thoughts as well. Let's start discussion, let's get talking, and let's see what comes of it. Other than that, I hope you have an amazing day, and subscribe if you're new so you never miss a video from me. Bye, I guess.